following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 20 in season number 4 of the NRLOA Turkey Hill Series. We are here at the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Simpson 360 laps of action around the world's fastest half mile here tonight. And time of recording this, it's really late at night. It's almost midnight to be exact. That's why there's no co-commentator today, because everybody else is either asleep or everyone else in their home is asleep. So the good thing for me is I'm actually home alone right now. Yes, home alone at midnight. Quite an odd time to be home alone, but hey, you know what? It gives me an opportunity to do this. And I'm looking forward to getting it done, because it's going to be a fun race here at Bristol. Race 20 of the season. Angel Olvera, our Atlanta winner, on the pole, and that's very significant because here at Bristol, passing is a little difficult, so we might see Olvera get a second win of the season. Just had a lineup in the point standings coming into this race. Alex Bonsignor, still the points leader, 489 points towards the championship for him. Ryan Madden, 15 points behind. Nick Smith, 21 points behind. Sebastian Kukulon, 22 points behind. And Jake West is 42 points behind coming into today's event. Nick Smith won the last race at Indianapolis last weekend, and he shot himself to third in the points standings. And if I'm not mistaken, did he race his way in? No, he didn't. He was in the Open on Tuesday, but he did not make it into the show. But Alex Bonsignor was in the All-Star race last night. I don't remember where he finished, but he was in the All-Star race last night, so going from the dirt track of Eldora to Bristol, one after another. And I know Bristol is a month from now or so, but next year we're actually going to line these races up from when they're actually running a little bit better, for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at least, because Turkey Hill Series won't be running. But when we do Bristol weekend in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, it's going to be Bristol weekend in the Cup Series, the real Cup Series. So that's what we're aiming for next year with the NOFSRL Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So stick around for that next year. Season 8 is coming up. And the champion of Season 4 of the Turkey Hill Series will get a ride. So a lot at stake here for the Turkey Hill Series as the season winds down. With only 9 races left to go before we crown a champion at Homestead in September. A lot can happen between now and the finish. Of course, we start the chase tomorrow night with a Chick-fil-A Cup Series. But this series does not have a chase, so we just keep on going on either way. And it's Angel Olvera on the pole in the number 21. Alongside him, it's the number 52 of Emmett Juckham. We got Casey Hoffman, number 20 of Adam Lewis in row number 2. Trey Wright and the 88 machine of Carter Friesen. Christian Master won the second Daytona race alongside Colton Yo. We got Jamie Lee and the number 4 machine, driven by Cookie Helms, who won at Texas earlier this season. Number 14 machine of Ashlyn Boyd won at Talladega. 19 of Nathan Faden alongside him. And there's Jake West in the 07, 5th in the points. A lot of the guys who were up there in the points do not start in pretty good positions here tonight. It's a little bit interesting. He's alongside Dale Sullivan right there. Number 51 machine of Jordan Lopez alongside Tyson Conway. And somebody did not get rolling there. So, going to have to reset it here. That's, I think, the 0 of Nicholas Wade. So we're going to go ahead and reset it for you guys real quickly. Hold on just a minute. Okay, and we're back ready to roll these guys off. We don't normally show it when it happens, but I don't have a good stopping point to reset it when we're editing. So we're just going to go ahead and do it like we used to. But Like we always do, we got to ensure that all 40 drivers start the race, and this time all 40 drivers will start the race. So Angel Oliveira and Emmett Juckham on the front row. Let's see who gets it done here at Bristol. It's going to be 60 laps. We're going to have pit stops as well. It's going to be wild out there. The Last Great Colosseum. We're green in the Simpson 300. Lap 1, led by Angel Oliveira. We saw Carter Friesen hit the outside wall significantly right there. And it looks like there might be a problem on Ashland Boyd. Either that or he was just not getting through the corner well at all. He is jamming up that inside line. Very unique racing right there. Bristol is a very, very unique place. We have a lot of races here that are just complete crash fest races. Now, we try to avoid those types of races as much as we can, but it is hard. And either way, we're going to get a good one here tonight. Angel Oliveira hanging tough in the number 21 right now. Number 52 machine of Emmett Juckham holding on to second place. Casey Hoffman there in the 33. He's had a string of pretty decent runs here in the Turkey Hills Series as of late, and development driver to Caleb Hoffman would like to win this championship. I don't know where he is in the points, but, you know, a few good races here, and he could find himself in the top 5 in the point standings with a shot at the championship. He currently runs in the 3rd position right now, with Adam Lewis and Trey Wright the top 5. Lap 5 already complete here in the Simpson 300. And no, it's not the Simpsons 300. It's Simpson, the fire suit company. And they do more than just the fire suits, but do a lot of racing products. And that Simpson. Not the yellow figures, the fire suits. And speaking of yellow, there's a yellow flag out there. Tyson Conway all torn up in the 78. And Yan Canario with heavy damage in the 22. Does appear that the only guys involved... Jordan Lopez with heavy damage in the 51. I think he was alongside Tyson Conway. And I mentioned Alex Bonksignor, and I mentioned a lot of the guys up top in the points were not up front. Well, there's Alex Bonksignor deep in the field right now in the 01. I believe he started deep in the field for this race to begin with. Sebastian Cucolon right there. He's deep in the field. Nick Smith in the 8, kind of midway through the field right there. And then Ryan Madden in the 24 is farther up from that. So Madden, you know, could possibly take the points lead at the end of the day here. We'll have to see. And how about this strategy? Angel Oliveira is the only guy coming down the pit lane right now, and everybody else is staying out. I think there's one other guy, and I think it was Noah Clifton and Joe Rutkowski coming in, Griffin Lynn, a couple of the guys from the back. That changes everything for this race. Now Emmett Juckham will be the leader here at Bristol, with Casey Hoffman, Adam Lewis, Trey Wright, and Christian Master, the top 5. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here in the Last Great Colosseum. This is quite a long accident. We see a lot of these long accidents here at Bristol. You saw what happened there to Jordan Lopez. He got into Jake West there, hit the inside wall. He was slow on the racetrack. The caution has not come out yet. Yan Canario gets into him, entering turn number 1. And then that's what happens right there. Tyson Conway jams it up, and then you got Griffin Lynn with a little bit of damage, and Alex Bonksignor in the 01 as well. And Conway is going to be done for the night after that one. He hit that 22 very hard. The Iowa winner has not really had it too well since that Iowa win. And Tyson Conway, unfortunately, going to get knocked out here in the Simpson 300 at Bristol. Let's go ahead and replay that one more time. So Yan Canario here in the number 22 does not avoid the 51. Good enough. The Road America winner getting involved in this accident with the number 51 of Jordan Lopez. Lopez has had a tough season so far here in the Turkey Hills Series. And just got a little tougher right there for him right there in number 51. Tyson Conway was actually 3 wide on the outside. That's why he ended up hitting Canario there. And Griffin Lynn had nowhere to go. And Bonksignor jammed it up there. Mark Davidson, Alex Russell, Alex Mann. Bonsignor, Russell, and Mann. All Alexes right there. Including the guy that's currently talking. It's a pretty common name, I guess. And unfortunately, all 3 of those guys had at least something to do with that accident. But either way, that's the way Bristol goes. We raced about 9 laps there before the caution came out. And Emmett Juckham is now the leader as Angel Oliveira, who was the pole sitter and leader for the first part of the race, came down the pit lane. Let's see what Juckham does on the restart here in the Simpson 300 at Bristol. Back here at Bristol for the Simpson 300. in the NRLOA Turkey Hill Series Season number 4. Emmett Juckham is the leader, with Casey Hoffman, Adam Lewis, Trey Wright, and Christian Master. Angel Olvera, it's all the way at the back of the pack right there, so quite an interesting strategy play by our leader. We'll have to see if that works out for him. There's a pretty big chance it won't. Restart here at Bristol. Juckham gets the jump on Hoffman, and the 52 is going to try to pull away and take the lead here at Bristol. Adam Lewis. Got a run there from Trey Wright. Not going to get to the inside. It's such a tight racetrack. These guys have a hard time getting to the inside, and you can tell these guys go very fast here at Bristol. And it's not like Martinsville. I mean, even Martinsville, these guys have a tough time passing. Of course, Turkey Hill Series doesn't go to Martinsville, but when the Cup Series does, they don't really pass too often. That same thing goes to Bristol as well. And these guys tend to stay single file quite a bit. That's why qualifying very important for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. You guys already saw that, of course. I've yet to record it. But for the first chase race of the season, that is definitely going to be a must-watch if you haven't already. Christian Master tried to get to the inside of Trey Wright. He couldn't. Jamie Lee with a chance to get to the inside, but they kind of all stay behind Master right there. Carter Friesen as well. It's good that they stay single file. The more they stay single file, the more of this race we get done. But, nope. Okay, I thought the lights went out. They didn't. I guess the lights just aren't on the other side. But either way, Emmett Juckham holding on to the lead right now as Angel Olvera came down. The thing is, all these guys are still going to have to make another pit stop, or still going to have to make a pit stop. They haven't yet. Adam Lewis trying to close in on Casey Hoffman. Then number 20 looks pretty fast, but he's going to run out of time right here as Alex Mann and Yin Canario. Again, these guys getting involved, and this time it was down the backstretch, and that pace car goes pretty fast here, which actually kind of works out pretty well so that nobody gets, well, actually, if he was going fast, we would end up with guys getting trapped a lap down, but second caution of the night here at Bristol. We'll see what our leaders do if they come down the pit lane, and it looks like they will. It's actually a matter of fact, the pace car is bringing him down the pit lane, and they decided, wait, I'm not supposed to go down there, but now everybody's coming down, and they should be able to make it to the end from here. Very short racetrack. The fuel window should be quite a bit here at Bristol. And we'll have to see who wins the race off. Now, I would expect Olvera to stay out, but he doesn't. There might have been an issue on that 21 when they came down the pit lane and they had to fix it. It's a tough break for Angel Olvera. Got the win in Atlanta earlier this season. And it does not appear he's going to get the win here tonight at Bristol from the pole. Emmett Juckham started second in this race, and he's currently the leader, but we'll have to see if he wins the race off. Of course, he's right at the end of pit lane. We'll have to see if anybody takes 2 tires, but it does appear that everybody's taking 4. And at a place like this, tires are going to be significant. And Casey Hoffman's going to win the race off. Juckham did not get off the pit lane near as fast as he wanted to. He's going to fall to the 6th position. And now the new leader of the Simpson 300 is Casey Hoffman in the number 33. Will he get his first ever Napa fan win here tonight? We're going to have to see. But first, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the race here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Right off of turn 2, that's always been the trouble spot here in past years. And Alex Mann got spun off of Alex Russell. And Canario had nowhere to go, and he got involved. Fortunately, that was it. But still tough break for Alex Mann there, who might get caught a lap down because some guys who were at the end of the field, they ended up getting lapped by our leaders because the pit lane, the track is so short. Leaders get their pit stop done, they come back around, and they lap the guys who are still on the pit lane. So that's what happens here at Bristol sometimes. Tough break for those guys involved in that accident. We're going to replay it one more time. And they go 3 wide off the corner. Russell has a run to the inside of Mann, but just barely. And Kukul onto the outside there. Number 42 avoided this one, thankfully. But Alex Russell just not letting off on the 89. And Mann going around off the corner. And you're going to see this number 22 pop him right there. Trying to avoid him. Could not avoid him. Second accident of the night for Yin Canario in the 22. But thankfully, he should still be able to continue. Even though he did hit that number 89 head on, I think he'll still be out there in the number 22, but we'll have to see. Either way, Casey Hoffman won the race off the pit lane. He's our new leader here at Bristol. Let's see what he does on the restart in the Simpson 300. Back here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, Cameron Gauju on the tail end of the lead lap. And like I said, some guys are going to get caught a lap down because the leaders Drove right around them as they were still on the pit lane. That's because the track is just so short. Ended up with a few guys a lap down in the back. Casey Hoffman, Adam Lewis, Trey Wright, Christian Master, and Emmett Juckham, the top 5. And we have some guys back in there who are a lap down. They include Joe Rutkowski, points leader Alex Bonsignor, Josh Crash, Nick Smith, Alex Russell, Micah Knapp, and Alex Mann. And Cameron Gaju on the tail end right there. So Gaju staying out ahead of Casey Hoffman right now. Adam Lewis way up the racetrack. Opportunity for Trey Wright. Here comes Emmett Juckham in the 52. He's got a fast car. He's to the inside of Christian Master. Master's going to clear him for now. The 52's right on him right now, and the number 23 trying to hang on, but he's going to slide up the racetrack, and here comes Juckham for 4th. Number 52 trying to hang on here, as he was the leader once that caution came out. Had a poor pit stop, lost 4 positions, but he's going to gain one right there on the 23. And Casey Hoffman hanging on to the lead right now as they battle for second. Trey Wright on the number 20 of Adam Lewis. All top 5 guys going for their first win of the season right now. Casey Hoffman all the way down to Jamie Lee. Christian Master, first winner of the season in the field. Got the win in the second Daytona race, like I said earlier on. Juckham is on a mission. He's on Trey Wright right now, and that number 52 is going to dive to the inside. He's got it. As Wright shoots it up the racetrack. It's like some sort of force. He's like Kylo Ren, you know, moving these cars up the racetrack with the force or something. Because every time Juckham gets to a guy, they move up the racetrack. And that's about the only time we see anybody make a pass here. So if a guy overshoots a corner. And we saw that happen twice right there. As Juckham got around Master and Wright. Wright's falling back. Master's getting around the 39 right now. Jamie Lee got around Christian Master. Lee is up to the 4th position. But Casey Hoffman stays out front in the 33, closing in on halfway in the Simpson 300 at Bristol in the Turkey Hill Series. Casey Hoffman trying to close in on Cameron Gaju. It's been a really miserable season for Cameron Gaju. Last in the points, and that includes Alex Russell, who's only been in 16 races so far this season. But Gaju, one of the most experienced guys in the field. As a matter of fact, of all the guys coming into this season, he has more Napa fan wins than anybody else, and yet he is last in the points. It's been a tough season for him. I feel bad for him, but unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes. And right now on the tail end of the lead lap, he's hoping for a caution to come out here so he can get back on the lead lap. But the thing is, even if we do get a caution, well, I mean, he will get back on the lead lap, but nobody's going to come down the pit lane because everyone's going to be able to make it from the end here, I do believe. Don't quote me on that. We've seen some stranger things happen, but these guys should be able to make it to the end, and that's good news for Casey Hoffman if he wants to get this victory here tonight. Currently the leader with Adam Lewis, Emmett Juckham, Jamie Lee, and Christian Master. The top 5. Trey Wright fell to 7th as he got stuck on the outside there. Noah Clifton. Remember, he came down the pit lane the first caution. He must have stayed out there, and now he's up to the 6th position, so it worked out pretty well for Noah Clifton. Too bad it didn't work out for his teammate Angel Olvera, but the number 4 in 8th, the number 88, Carter Friesen runs in 9th, and it's Matt Hamill rounding out the top 10 here at Bristol. Casey Hoffman still out front. Adam Lewis about a half a second behind him in the number 20. Lewis has been putting together some pretty good finishes as of late in that number 20 machine. Good to see this team, you know, work some magic and get up front here. But talking about working some magic, we were talking about Emmett Juckham being Kylo Ren there, messing everybody up and moving them up through the field. Well, watch out for the number 20 to overshoot the corner here soon, because every time past 2 cars Juckham has passed, the car ahead of him has moved up high. And Juckham is closing in on Adam Lewis here. No question about it. But Casey Hoffman seems to be pretty solid right now, so I don't know if Juckham's going to be able to get around the 33, but Juckham's going to have a good chance of getting around Adam Lewis here, I do believe. We'll have to see what he can do in the number 52. Great run for Emmett Juckham either way. It's been a tough season for him. Oh, he just went high through the corners, so it looks like Jamie Lee's now using the force on him. It's been a great season for Jamie Lee as well. I believe he's top 10 in points. As of late, it's been falling back just a little bit, but he's still in the championship hunt. And we'll have to see if this number 11 can get around this number 52. Casey Hoffman closing in on the back of the field. Same with Cameron Gaju. Of course, Gaju just got stuck behind, and he doesn't have a problem on his race car, but he was just deep in the field once that cycle began. Man in the outside just a little bit there. And that might slow Adam Lewis down. That's exactly what Casey Hoffman wants. But Alex Mann, definitely a slow car on the racetrack as he got involved in that second crash that we had earlier on. But Cameron Gaggi was just deep in the field along with those other guys, and they got caught a lap down because the leaders ended up driving all the way around the racetrack and lapped them. So because Bristol's such a small racetrack, we end up with a few guys a lap down in this race lots of times, and tough break for Cameron Gaggi because he had a great run going for him, and he didn't. He was on the lead lap. That's about all he had going for him. But he's been able to keep Casey Hoffman behind him. He's got a really fast race car, and oh boy, Justin Zaidel, oh my, it looks like they jammed it up a little bit. Matt Hamill and Matt Tuck there with damage. Did that bring out a caution, though? No, it did not. Very, very interesting right there. We saw Matt Hamill. He was in the top 10 at one point, and I'm wondering if somebody was coming off the pit lane and ran right into Matt Hamill, and I'm wondering if that person was Matt Tuck. Zaidel had to check it up a little bit. The Armory Digital winner from a couple weeks ago. That's a tough break for those guys involved, and unfortunately they fell back. Casey Hoffman now hitting the end of the field, and this is where things get really interesting at Bristol. 15 laps to go this time. And Hoffman's got to be careful because one of these guys overshoots the corner or puts him on the outside. Adam Lewis is right there to strike, and Lewis is closing right in on the number 33 here. This race is far from over. I remember a Truck Series race was between Trey Bartow and Elijah Gordon. I believe it was season number 3 of the Napa Truck Series. Had a late race restart. And I believe Elijah Gordon got the win over Trey Bartow in that one. Quite an interesting race that season for the trucks and the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series, which is the old Napa Truck Series here on Napa Fan. Season number 5 going to be this fall. Tonight, we got team signups in an hour. So, yeah, check that out at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. I record these things ahead of time, so I can never get the schedule correct, but if you want to team the Turkey Hill Truck Series, you're going to have to act fast because there's only going to be 16 open slots. Not even. Actually, yeah, 16 open slots and the maximum of 3 trucks on a team, so there's only going to be maybe 6 or 7 custom teams available, so get there right at 7, because if you don't, you're probably not going to have a team. Of course, if you are a team owner, you cannot be a driver in the series, but you can drive an ARCA this fall on Napa Fan. NOFSRL competition coming to Napa Fan this fall. Definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Casey Hoffman, it looks like we had a bit of a spin. Alex Mann again jamming up the field, but the caution's still not out. You see Cameron Gaggi, who is the leader of this entire pack, is on the apron trying to avoid this 89, and he's going to jam up the leaders here. Adam Lewis is right on Casey Hoffman to the inside for the lead. Adam Lewis taking it away, lap 52 of 60. He's got it away from the 33 of Casey Hoffman, and Hoffman now falling back on the outside as Lewis now gets to the inside of Alex Mann. We have to review these couple of incidents. They did not bring out yellows. They're 3 wide. Emmett Juckum on Casey Hoffman now, but Lewis is out of here in the 20. What a heartbreak for Casey Hoffman. So close to his first career Napa Fan win. Oh boy, he's turned into our own Chase Elliott now because he's come close a few times and still's not gotten it. Into the outside wall goes Hoffman. He's going to lose a ton of positions there as Lewis pulls away in the number 20. Adam Lewis, only a few laps left here at Bristol in the Simpson 300. A late pass here at Bristol with 6 laps to go. He's got the advantage on the rest of the field right now. Almost a second lead on Emmett Juckum. Will Juckum close in time? It's 5 laps to go if Micah Knapp finds a way to the inside of Lewis. That might open the door for the 52. Don't look now. Here's Jamie Lee in the 11 up to 3rd, and Christian Masters in the 4th position. Remember, Emmett Juckum passed Master early in this run. And Micah Knapp to the inside of Adam Lewis. That is going to affect the number 20 heavily. Here comes Emmett Juckum in the 52. Lewis is still going to be stuck up there. And the number 52 might end up winning this race. To the inside. 3 laps to go at Bristol. Emmett Juckum on Adam Lewis for the lead. Lewis is going to clear him off the corner. What a bold move there by Adam Lewis. But this thing is not over yet. It's going to be 2 laps to go next time by in the Simpson 300 for Adam Lewis. Oh, and I think the yellow might have just come out. Nope, I am colorblind. I'm sorry. Not actually colorblind, but I can't tell the difference between green and yellow when the cars are driving by that quickly. White flag for Adam Lewis at Bristol. Will Emmett Chuckham close in? Will he use the force? We've seen it past two guys as they win up the racetrack. It's going to be this corner if it happens. Lewis is going to hang to the inside, and Adam Lewis holds on to win the Simpson 300 at Bristol. That was a darn good race right there at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and Chuckham going around as they come down the pit lane. But Adam Lewis gets it done at the Bristol Motor Speedway. That's one of the best races I have seen at this version of the racetrack in my entire time using this racetrack here. Great race for Adam Lewis, holding on with the victory in the Simpson 300. Oh my. We had a couple incidents that did not bring out a caution. Matt Tuck and Matt Hamill got involved in an accident. And then we also had an issue with Alex Mann that allowed Adam Lewis to close in and take the win away. So we're going to go ahead and review those two incidents right now. So this is what happened to Alex Mann, lap 50. Of course, he's about lap 48 at this point. He's a couple laps down. Got into the outside wall, spun just a little bit. He kept that car going straight. These guys are closing in, and they're reacting to him. And Casey Hoffman slows down in reaction to the number 89 being slow on the racetrack. And Adam Lewis in the number 20 finds a way to strike as they all shuffled around here. Cameron Gaiji right there in the number 7 was slowing down a little bit on the apron as well. That also jammed up Casey Hoffman, and right there you see Adam Lewis make the pass for the lead. Bold move there by the number 20 of Adam Lewis to take the win in the Simpson 300. And from 10th place, Matt Hamill blew an engine, and Matt Tuck ran right into him, but see Nick Smith also popped him there. No caution came out for it. They kept those cars going straight, and they instantly went to the pit lane. So we could have had easily 5 cautions in this, or 4 cautions I should say, in this race, but we only had 2, which allowed for a great finish here at Bristol of Adam Lewis getting the win in the Simpson 300. But Adam Lewis, the winner here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway, hanging on to the lead ahead of Emmett Chuckham, and Chuckham almost closed back in and got the win. It just could not get it, but he finishes where he started, so not too bad for Mr. Chuckham right there. Jamie Lee, 3rd. Christian Master, Casey Hoffman, the top 5. Noah Clifton, Trey Wright, Cookie Helms, Carter Friesen, and Nicholas Wade, who started last in this race, by the way. He finished 10th. Pretty good for Nicholas Wade right there. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And we had Matt Hamill, Matt Tuck get involved and got knocked out. Canario was involved in 2 accidents. He actually wasn't able to continue, so my apologies there. Dyson Conway also getting knocked out from an accident. You see the rest of these guys a lap down, including Alex Bonsignor and Nick Smith. Those are 2 big ones right there. Those 2 guys, they were just so deep in the field that once they were done their pit stop, the leader had already made their pit stop and rolled all the way around, so they got caught a lap down because of that. Ryan Madden did not get too good of a finish either, so the way I'm looking at it, it's still going to be Bonsignor the points leader at the end of the day. Don't ask me how. But Bonsignor trying to get this championship, trying to get a second Napa Fan Championship, trying to get a Chick-fil-A Cup Series reserve. We'll have to see what he does as the season rolls on. To Darlington next weekend. It's not going to be a throwback race for the Turkey Hill Series. I'm sorry about that, but it will be a throwback race for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, so definitely check that out. But looking forward to the race next weekend for Darlington. That's going to be a great run. Great run. It's going to be a great run for somebody because somebody's going to win the race. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great race altogether at the Darlington Raceway next Friday evening right here on Napa Fan for the, I can't remember what it is, 200. But, you know, we'll get that right once we get the race started. But either way, congratulations to Adam Lewis on the victory here tonight at Bristol. Great run for him, and that was a great race as well to the finish. And I'm hoping for that tomorrow night for the first race in the chase in season number 7 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. It's going to be a 100-lapper here at Bristol for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series drivers, and somebody's going to get the victory here at Bristol. Of course, Crystal Night Race tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on Napa Fan. Congratulations to Adam Lewis, the winner here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and here are the point standings for season number 4 of the NRLOA Turkey Hill Series after 20 races. Tomorrow night, Chick-fil-A Cup Series from Bristol. Next weekend, Darlington for the Turkey Hill Series and Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.